So, hi guys, I hope you're good. This is one of the awkward situations that I've got. I don't know who's sitting outside there. Just outside the shop door. Someone is sitting over there. They usually mess around and then leave dirt and stuff there. Anyways, I've got an awkward situation here. This desktop came from a local university. This one. It came for an operating system. The guys installed an operating system on it, shipped it back, and then they just said it doesn't display anymore. So it's kind of weird because now we asked them to ship it back to us, but then this is what we are seeing. I don't know why I picked a very big thing. Anyways, if I plug the cable, I think it's easier with the cable. You can see the cable is just playing in there. Unlike here at the bottom. There, it's solid. But in there, just in and out. Here it goes in. Try to take it out, you need to apply force. So they basically broke this point. But anyways, you know, the customer starts speaking about warranty, guarantee. What's the difference in this? I don't know. Anyways, weird enough, the desktop doesn't only have an issue with the port. It's got a BIOS issue as well. So yeah, it's flashing 3 orange LEDs, 3 amber and 6 white. So according to the forum there, that means the BIOS is corrupt. So yeah, at the end of the day now I've got to do some extra work on something which is not related to what the PC came from. So in those situations I tend to wonder, like, if you decide to be strict and tell the customer to pay extra, you are risking losing a long-term customer. At the same time, if you just decide to do it, you are losing potential revenue. But anyways, I don't think it's a big issue. I'll just take out the chip, put it on a programmer, flash it, and that's it. So that's one situation. On the other hand, I've got another situation. On the other hand, where the customer brought in a PC. It wasn't a PC, rather, it's a laptop. Dell also. The laptop came in, the guy came in with his laptop, told me that it's got a broken charging port. And for sure, the charging port was broken. The current port. The pin itself, like, it's the Dell, the barrel, the small pin barrel. So that pin was clearly broken. So what we did is we tried to look around for a compatible pin, but we couldn't find any. So I'm taking off that as I see over there. So after trying to source out that pin, that charging port, and I realized, like, no local store has got that port. I told the guy, there's no way we're going to be able to get this charging port, this TC jack. So what we can do is we can just change the front. So typically a charging port is like this. We've got this side that goes to the motherboard and where the charger comes in. So I just told him we're going to take off the cables here and then solder them to another charging port. Simple. The guy refused. Yeah, he literally refused. Then I told him, no, it's fine. If it's not the solution that you're looking for, it's okay. You can check somewhere else. So he took his laptop. On that day, on the first day, we didn't even have to bring the laptop into the repair. What I did is I just grabbed my multimeter and a charger. I plugged the charger. I tested the 19 volts. I couldn't find the 19 volts, even just here. Where's the charging port? I couldn't find the 19 volts here, which means 19 volts wasn't coming here. I tested the charger was fine. His charger was okay. My charger was also okay. So I told him, Then I tested his charger on another laptop. His charger was switching on the laptop, but it could not be identified. So it was an unknown AC adapter, but the charger was working. So it could probably charge an HP EliteBook, but it couldn't charge a Dell, because the Dell needs to identify the charger. Anyways, I told him the situation. Then we still didn't agree on the fact that he wanted a complete charging port. So I told him it's fine, you can take it. He left the shop. Fine. About a week and a half later, or even close to 2 weeks, he came back with the laptop. He's back with the laptop now. He doesn't have the charging port, and then he's asking me to do the same thing which I told him I'm gonna do. Then I told him, but you don't have the charging port anymore, so I would have to find an alternative, which is to either look for another DC in jack and fix that DC in jack, or just solder the cables straight to the motherboard, so it will work also. Then on that day, he didn't even argue or suggest anything. He just agreed. He said it's fine, do it that way. And it should have struck my mind that day. Like, at first he refused for me to take off this piece of the head and put another one, but then now he is agreeing for me to just solder the cables these straight to the motherboard. He's not arguing or anything. Anyways, I did just that. So I tested the... Actually, I didn't do that. When he left the laptop, we booked it in for that, because just then we couldn't even switch on the laptop, because remember, the charging port is broken at the first time, and then the second time the charging port doesn't even exist. So what we did is we booked in the laptop for charging port still. Then before I could solder the cables straight to the motherboard, I managed to get another DC in jack like that, which was working. No issues at all. The DC in jack was just fine. I plug it in, I try to test the device. The laptop doesn't power on. And then I took another DC in jack, I plugged it in, the laptop does power on this time, but it doesn't display. So I sent him a message, your laptop is fixed, it's powering on, but then it doesn't display. I don't know why my programmer is not detecting that. I wonder what is happening to it. Are you okay? Anyways, oh yeah, now it works. So what I did is I told him, your laptop is done, don't mind my desk, it's always a mess like this. Your laptop is done now, but however I cannot I don't have display, so the best thing I can do is to flash the BIOS. The same thing I'm doing now. I can just program the BIOS for you. He said it's fine, program the BIOS. And I programmed the BIOS. The laptop now has got display. But when I put his SSD, the laptop cannot detect his SSD. But if I put another SSD, the laptop detects the SSD. If you take his SSD and you put on another laptop, it also works. So for some reason, the laptop and the SSD don't want to work together, but they both work. So I explained to him the situation, then he came to the shop. And he got into the shop, it didn't even take like 5 minutes. He's like, this is not my motherboard. You know, I just look at the guy like, what do you mean it's not your motherboard? It says my motherboard there where the charging port goes in, it was white, this one is black, this is not my motherboard. And the strife started from there. All of a sudden now the customer is accusing us of removing a motherboard from his laptop and replacing it with another motherboard. And all the while I'm thinking, he took a week and a half with his laptop away from us. I'm looking for the board number anyways. Now he's claiming that the motherboard is not his. So at this point now I'm stuck in a situation whereby the customer the customer is now talking about, I'm gonna take legal action on you guys, you swapped my motherboard, this and that. But then at the same time, the same customer who refused a certain repair method is the same customer who came back saying he wants that repair method, even though it was now even worse than the first option. So yeah, those are situations that you meet with customers. It happens. So now I either have to take the customer on a legal stand or find another motherboard for him. And it's not a simple and straightforward laptop. It's a Dell. It's a 13-inch. I don't see the port number on this thing. Service mode, short name, disable, open, default. Service mode, and there is no port number on this. It has to be at the back. Anywho, I'm gonna use the service check to try and find the BIOS for this thing. So what I'll do is I'll go to Dell support, which is always open on my desktop. Not always, but usually open. And I'm gonna type it there. So yeah, the laptop is a wait, let me just type the service tag first. FPZFXJ2. What? FPZFXJ2. XJ2. Search. Optiplex 5040. Small form factor. So I'm gonna go to Telegram and look for a BIOS pin there, because I can take it from here, but then I have to extract it, convert it to a ROM file or a bin file, and that's a long process which I don't like. So it's Optiplex 5040. 5040 small factor. Okay. Not sure which is which. Okay, I'm gonna assume it's this one, the first one, because it says DDR3 RAM. Triggerfish. Yeah, that's the one. I'm gonna download and flash this BIOS. Anyways, let's see if this one is done reading the bin file. Okay, so I'm gonna save this file. I usually save my files inside this folder which I named Origins. So this is not how I usually do this. I will usually take out the motherboard, save the file by board number. As you can see there, these are folders, but then inside I save with the board number. So you can see that's a MacBook. Yeah, it's easier that way. But anyways, I'm gonna do it this way. Optiplex 5040. Cool. So now I'm gonna open the file. Okay, here's the file. I'm gonna extract it. WinRAR. This has to be the one of the funniest applications. It's not funny. It's actually we can live without it, but then we can't live without it at the same time. But anyways, I'm saying it's funny in the sense that it will tell you you don't have a premium version, but you are still free to use premium options for free. 16 megabytes. I'm gonna assume that's correct. I'm gonna just open File Explorer to check if the original file is also 16 megabytes. Optiplex 5040. No, it's inside Origins. LMNO Optiplex. Yeah, that's the one. So it's the same size. It is the same size. Anyways, so I was saying the laptop, it's a 13-inch Dell 5620. Yeah, Inspiron 5620. It's a flip 360 degrees with touch. Now you have to find a motherboard for such a laptop. I mean, where are you gonna find a motherboard for such a laptop? It's very rare. It's it's literally like one of the toughest things to find. So it's either I do that or I go to court with the guy. And with the look of things, I would rather go to court. Because first of all, that's the reason why we've got terms and conditions. So you get into the shop, terms and conditions are printed on the wall. And then we send you an invoice, terms and conditions are there on the invoice. Terms and conditions are there on the booking ticket. They are there on the website. They are there like literally on all of our platforms. WhatsApp, I don't think they are there. Anyways, there's a lot of places where you can see terms and conditions. And the first one says, we are not liable if anything is to happen to your repair. Which doesn't mean that we will damage your device willingly. These guys. Anyways, it simply says that if in the event that something has happened to your laptop, we are protected. We try to protect ourselves. Sure, what's up? Okay, give me a minute. I need to park my car properly. This guy is the one I'm moving. Okay, so I'm back. Anyways, while I was parking, I was kind of frustrated, and I hit my side mirror. Yeah, I think it's broken. Anyways, that says keep your calm every time, so that you don't do unnecessary expenses. Anyways, I have no idea what I was talking about anymore. So yeah. With such situations, I would rather like in the first place really think about what a customer is planning or thinking about, because at the end of the day, it's not only about making money and profit, but you also have to make sure that your reputation stays protected. Because now who knows what this customer is going to do. I mean, they literally took the laptop to someone else for a week and a half. They didn't come to me. And when they decided to come back, they came back with the device not in the same condition that it was in when they first came to me. And not only were they willing to do the repair which they refused in the first place, but it was even an extra mile. Like, it literally was different from what I had said at first. Now it was worse, because he literally refused for me to join the charging tip, but now he agrees to me having to solder the wires straight to the motherboard. And now he claims the laptop was working, it was working with Type-C. If it was working with Type-C, then why did you bring it in the first place? And if it was working, the laptop came flat. He says it was working with Type-C, but then it came flat, it never switched on. While it never switched on, we tried to charge the laptop. I'm not gonna lie, we never tried Type-C in the shop. But then still, if it was working, why didn't he just use Type-C? And why did he come with it flat like that? Both times when he came with the laptop, it never switched on. And it was never charged. So how come it was working with Type-C, according to him? Yes, let me test this. So yeah, in this case, I am going to court. I'll tell you what's the outcome. Okay, I have plugged the PC in. I'm gonna see what it does. So the LED is right over here, and it's a solid white at the moment with no display there. And now it's gone off, it's gonna reboot. Okay, it's on another solid white. What is it gonna do? Okay, maximum frame spin. Okay, still no orange light. No errors yet, but still no display. So there was 4 options for BIOS, and I took the first one. Yeah, might be that I programmed the wrong file. But anyways, let's see the outcome. Anyways, I think with that customer where I messed up, it's the part where I offered to give them another laptop. So I offered them to, like, I had a laptop which I bought. Then I just gave it to them. I told them, you can use this laptop in the meantime while I try to figure out what's happening with your laptop. Okay. Oh, we've got a light and we've got a caps lock. So this probably has to do with my display cable or something like that. Or even worse, the display port. Remember, this display port is messed up. Okay, I'm gonna try the top one, and the top one is not even connected. So this PC is fixed now, just because I've got caps lock on and off. It means the PC is working. But now for display, it has to do with the port. Okay, HDMI has responded to me connecting a cable, but what do I have on the screen? I still have nothing. Okay, so I've solved one issue and I still have another one. Lol. Okay, I'm gonna do Control Alt Delete just because I plugged the screen, the HDMI with the PC already on. Control Alt Delete is not responding. Reason being, the numlock is still on. Because I'm gonna physically switch it off, manually switch it off. Okay, switch it on. What do we have? We still have nothing. Do we have VGA? No, we do not have VGA on this thing. Do I have an... no, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna try another HDMI cable this time. Oh, look at that. The HDMI cable that's connected there is the one which is not the one that's connected here. Could that be the issue? Okay, there we go. We have responded. HDMI works. So I need to figure out why the DP is not working. So as much as I can fix the DP, I've done the BIOS for free. I'm not going to charge the customer. The laptop works. The PC works. Also at the same time, I've swapped the CPU. Because I wasn't so sure at first. It didn't make sense that the PC came for Windows. We loaded Windows and then they took the PC back. It didn't even last like a day. Then they sent it back saying it doesn't display anymore. Actually, we had to go and fetch it. Yeah, we literally had to drive to the university, grab it and bring it back. Anyways, so I've swapped the CPU. I'm going to test their CPU on the PC that I took it from. It's one of my mini PCs, like this Lenovo stuff. If it works on that mini PC, it's fine because they are both Core i3 gens. So no difference there. But if it doesn't work, I would have to talk to them about that. I've programmed the BIOS, I didn't charge them. The RAM, I'm not going to charge them. It's their RAM is this one. I'm going to test it as well. Fine. But when it comes to the display ports, if they want me to fix these, they are paying. I'm not doing this for free because this is physically broken. Literally, it's broken. So this has nothing to do with me. I'm not to blame on that one. But anyways, yeah, do let me know what you think, how to deal with such customers, how to deal with such situations, including this situation. Yeah, I'm quite sure you have met such difficult times in your life. Yeah, as always, I hope you learned something. We'll see you guys in another video. Cheers, bye for now.